You feel it, you know it. D-Raw Productions.
What's up, people? It's your boy D-Raw coming to you with another episode of the HSC. Finally back again after a few weeks. Plus, we got C-Rix on here once again. Let them know what it do.
C-Rix! Rix on the mic.
Hey, what's going on, baby? I'm out here, baby. Ready to barbecue. All these teams is out here just doing crazy things. Man, I've been waiting to chop it up with you for a long time, D. Because we got so much to talk about. The NFL going crazy. The NCAA football and basketball is insane. And God knows if I kept up with hockey, it'll probably be going down too. But the NBA is hotter than ever right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of hot topics. And the first topic I want to get on is Phillip Rivers returning to the NFL after 5 years. The last time he played was 2020. He played for the Colts, and now he returned to the Colts once again after Daniel Jones go down with Achilles injury. Riley Leonard hurt, and now Phillip Rivers comes back into the fold of the Colts. Plus, he 44 years old, and his son, or his oldest son, or whatever, is the same age as Riley Leonard. How do you feel Phillip Rivers will impact the game for the Colts? Do you think
Man, you already know how I feel about that. I think that's the dumbest decision that they ever made. That is stupid. Because so my understanding is before all of this even like took place or whatever, I'm thinking that Joe Flacco is asking to be released so he can go back to the Colts because he's already familiar with the system. He's familiar with Shane Steichen and all that kind of stuff right there. Okay, they only need like 2 or 3 wins. They can't win the division now, so they get to the playoffs at this point. Anthony Richardson is a no-show. I didn't even know he got hurt by popping himself in the eye with a rubber band, and so they probably gonna deal him at the end of the season. But to bring back a man that has not played in 5 years, totally different system. Like, what is going on? Like in the organization? Like, why? Like, and I don't have nothing against Phillip Rivers. I think he's a great quarterback. But what are we doing when we bringing back a 44-year-old man that's not Tom Brady back into the fold?
Well, the interesting thing is Phillip Rivers, they say, has been coaching his high school team the same offense. So I guess he already familiar with the offense Shane Steichen is bringing to the table. But honestly, bro, I'm trying to see how he really gonna feel out at 44 years old. He been sitting on the couch for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? When them boys start getting after him, how he gonna respond to that?
Man, they could have got Ryan Fitzpatrick. They could have traded for. No, you can't. That's right. You can't even trade for nobody right now. But I'm saying, if you're just gonna get somebody that's off the couch, you could have got anybody. Why? Why Phillip Rivers? Was he the only person that answered the phone?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. You know who I would have been calling right now?
Man, who? This ought to be good.
Colin Kaepernick.
Hey, honestly, that would make more sense than Phillip Rivers. Because at least Colin Kaepernick, like what, 36?
He probably like 36, mid-30s or
And
something like that.
I would have called Tim Tebow before I called.
I ain't calling Tim Tebow.
I'm calling Tim Tebow. I'm calling my boy. My boy is finna make it happen. Fuck what you talking about.
Man, it was a lot of people they could call, honestly, bro.
Yeah.
But they didn't, and they called Phillip Rivers. So, how many games do you think Phillip Rivers gonna win? They got, 4 games left?
And he not gonna win none of them.
You don't think he gonna win none?
Nope. Because guess what? He finna get his ass whooped by the Jaguars. Hold up, baby. I never thought I'd say that in a million years. And then don't y'all play them again too?
Yeah, they play us the last game of the season.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
another
and then
ass
look,
whooping.
catch this, bro. They play Seattle next week.
Oh, that's an ass whooping.
So that's
Because regardless of what he thinks he can still do, and I'm not saying that he can't do it. I'm not saying that shit at all. But what I'm saying is you don't have like you don't have no chemistry with these new receivers. You don't have any chemistry with the old ones. Like, what are you really doing right now?
I don't know. I feel like he really was just kind of like in a midlife crisis or something. Because how the
Nah.
hell do you decide you just gonna pick up the football again after 5 years and go play for the Colts? And then not only that, you playing for the Colts at the worst time during the worst part of their schedule, the worst slate. They got Seattle, San Fran, Jacksonville, and Houston to finish the season.
So they
Like
got four playoff teams that they got to beat, and they got to at least win two. They got to win 3 out of 4.
and,
That's the only way they're gonna make it in. They got to win
and
three out of
then
four.
this the worst part for them. Out of all the teams, they all got great defenses.
Yeah, you ain't
All
kidding.
four. So he finna be having hell.
Yeah, yeah.
But hey, it is what it is, man. Looking at the AFC and NFC playoff picture, uh, things get even more interesting. You know, the Texans finally got over the hump, beat the Chiefs, moved on to 8-5. The Chiefs dropped to 6-7. They grabbing on for whatever they can to survive for the rest of this season. The Ravens are doing the same thing. It's interesting to see those two teams struggle. The Texans was struggling, but they pulled themselves out the rut. These three teams was the top three teams in the NFL last year and for the past few years. And now this year, the Mahomes train the Mahomes train may have ended. Do you think it's time for Travis Kelce to hang it up?
Yes. When he missed that catch and the ball fell behind him and he was doing all that stupid shit and then he didn't want to talk to the media. He didn't want to talk to the media. That lets me know he's frustrated with himself. He
Yeah.
feels he can no longer do the job. And that's a sad feeling to be in. You never want to go to work and feel like you can no longer do what you've been paid to do. Or you feel like, they can find something younger and better than you. Because it's the truth.
Yeah, it didn't matter. It didn't matter how many times they was gonna show Taylor Swift or whatever. He just did not succeed against that Texan D, baby. And I was proud.
Hey, let
Patrick
me tell you
Mahomes.
something. Like all season we've been riding the offensive line ass. And I have been a main one who's been riding their ass about them like underperforming, not showing up, all kind of shit.
Yeah.
And I am so excited now that the offensive line is coming together. The defense been showing up. CJ Stroud look comfortable in the pocket. Like everything is on the up and up for them right now.
I'll say this.
Everything.
The offensive line definitely played a lot better than expected, especially when the Chiefs was really headhunting. I mean, they sent in seven guys at CJ and more, and he was still sometimes figuring out a way to get that ball out. He played exceptional in that game, to be honest, to be under the duress that he was, under in that game.
Yep. And that's why I say he did excellent because despite everything that he was going through, despite he was doing his check downs properly, he was feeding the ball in tight windows, he was doing everything that from his rookie season. He looked like the CJ Stroud of old out there. He
Yeah,
wasn't out there bullshitting.
especially in
He
the
wasn't
first
out
half.
there. Yeah, he was looking great.
Hey, and look,
He was
this the
checking through
best
his
part about
progressions and
everything though.
everything.
He didn't throw no interceptions, and Mahomes threw 3.
True. But that's more. I feel like that's more on the defense. Don't get me wrong. Patrick Mahomes had a bad game. Yes, he did. But I feel like that defense was on his ass more, putting him under duress to where he had no choice but to force the ball out his hands.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can sit there and blame Rashee Rice. We can sit there and blame Travis Kelce because, they was tipped and all that kind of stuff. But I have to honestly just give it up to the Texans defense for that amazing, amazing show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's who it really boils down to. And everybody was talking all that trash about what's y'all coach D'Amico Ryans, and he proving them wrong once again.
Yeah.
Once again, he proving them wrong because everybody like, oh my God, they need to find an offensive minded coach. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's in over his head. Oh my God, they were saying this at 0-3. They were saying this when they was 3-4, and guess what? Now they are 8-5.
8-5 because of that
So
defense,
what's so
man.
so what's the excuse now? Because you hired him because of the defense. He's proven week after week with the number one defense in the league now. So what's your excuse now? So now we know who the real problem is. It's Nick Caserio.
Yeah. Nick Caserio and Nick Caley. Him bringing in a rookie offensive coordinator, but Nick Caserio mainly because he's been here for several coaches now, and he the one to put the roster together, and D'Amico just doing his best with what he have. But to say all that, man, it's nice to finally beat the Chiefs. I'm thinking back to what 2017 or
Oh, you
probably
talking
even.
about your boy Bill O'Brien when he fucked y'all over? It
Yeah, probably
happens.
then, or even remember when we went to that Chiefs what was it, like a Sunday night game back in the day, bro? You remember? And when
I think so. Hold on. Let
I
me see.
think
Let me
JJ
think back.
Watt had got hurt, or what's the other dude?
He said, "What's that other dude?
Uh
Did they
what's
still have Whitney Merciless?
I think we had Merciless, but what's the other cat, bro? That played for Dallas
Clowney?
name? Clowney. Remember
Yeah.
all them boys had went down in that game, bro? We went to that. It was like a Sunday night game or somewhere.
Wait a
Where
minute. That must have been when Alex Smith was playing still.
he
Was
probably
or was
was.
it Mahomes?
It,
No, I don't think it was Mahomes.
I
That
want to
sounds
say it
like
was Mahomes though, bro, but I don't know. That was the last, like one of the last times the Chiefs had came to Houston, and it was a night game. Me and you went to that game, and all them boys was getting hurt. And then uh another time they came to Houston and they demolished us in the playoffs. That's when we was down 0-3 that
yeah,
season, and we came back and made it to the playoffs. And Bill O'Brien was the coach then. I think we had like
a 24-3 lead. Everybody remember that shit.
not even that one. That's when we was in Kansas City. But I forgot who we had as the quarterback then. It was
Oh, y'all had Brian Hoyer.
Brian Hoyer, yeah. And we got
Remember that
destroyed
pussy
at
ass
home.
man?
We got destroyed at home. And
Oh,
then in
and because I remember that one because that's when DeAndre Hopkins got into it with Bill O'Brien about Brian Hoyer about how awful he playing.
yeah, yeah. And then
He talking about I can't do nothing with this trash ass dude throwing me the ball. Well, that's what he mouthed to on the sideline.
yeah, then the 24-3 lead, we had that, and we thought we had them, and then boom, they come back and they blow us out. So man, we didn't had our ups and downs with the Chiefs, bro. So to finally beat them, especially in a game that mattered, a game that the Kansas
That would have
City,
decided y'all playoff future.
yeah, yeah, they decided to
So
play our season. We beat them in something that really mattered, and they said it was going to be a playoff like atmosphere and game. So I'm happy.
you know
But
what I realized too? Chris Collinsworth loves to
bro,
just like he didn't say nothing positive about the Texans until after y'all won the game.
bro, I was like, while I was watching the game, I was looking on Facebook and the little fan groups and stuff, and that's all they was talking about, how he kept glazing all over Mahomes, bro.
Like,
Like,
bro, he act like Mahomes is just like I'm listening because I'm listening to the whole thing. Like, bro, is he ever gonna say anything positive about the
nothing.
Texans?
He never want to give us credit for nothing, bro. But you know what? Like I tell people, and I need to make an episode on this about how the media hates Houston, bro. It don't matter if you the Houston Astros, Rockets, Texans, hell, even probably the Dynamo. Anything with Houston Cougars, bro, you're hated, bro. Like the media does not show love to us at all.
Oh, I noticed that.
So it's not a surprise. But before we wrap up this NFL talk, man, I just want to talk about the playoff picture currently. Texans are in the 7th seed currently. You got Denver with the 1st seed sitting
I
with
don't think they're gonna stay number one. I think New England probably finna take that,
think
and
so.
then yeah,
Hey, let me ask you this: do you think out of them two teams, Denver or New England, do you think either of those teams are actually Super Bowl worthy or willing or good enough to
hell
actually get
no,
there?
hell no. So the only team that might have an edge is the Broncos, and that's only because of the defense. New
Yeah,
England, they just riding high on the fact that the coach is just doing what he got to do to get them over the hump. Like
so,
I gotta really give their coach like a real like he did a step. That's coach of the year
like
material
Vrabel.
right there. Yeah, Mike Vrabel really did that.
Yeah,
That team, because the team don't really have like no standout names. Yeah,
but
Drake May is okay,
hey,
you
look,
know.
if you think about it though, he basically running the same shit he ran in Tennessee, bro. He got him a
Yeah,
bona
and
fide
and
running
that's why
back.
they drafted that running back from
Yeah,
Ohio State. They just gonna play smash mouth football, and then they
yeah,
gonna get him a decent receiver. That's why they got Stephon Diggs. He not even really been no factor either. He
yeah,
just there.
yeah. So,
But I'm not knocking him because hey, the system that he got in place, it works because you gotta have an offensive lineman to actually execute that system.
6th and 3rd seed, Buffalo and Jacksonville currently lined up. 5th and 4th is LA Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Now, if the
So,
Steelers make the playoffs, that's gonna be just a straight up miracle.
you know what? You can't never count out Mike Tomlin, though, bro. He's always a winner. He's always a
That's
winner.
true.
And if I got to take the Steelers or the Baltimore Ravens to get to the playoffs, I'm going to ride with the Steelers,
Yep. Hey,
especially
it's
the way the
sad.
Ravens looking.
It's sad your little $275 million man couldn't actually get nothing done.
You talking about Joe Burrow?
Yep.
Man, bro, that I ain't gonna lie, bro. The way the turnovers was happening in that game, bro, was really ridiculous. It just kind of just was just luck of draw, bro. But he played his ass off in that game, man.
Ooh,
Joe Burrow,
nah. And wait a minute, which game are you referring to?
the
That's a really
Bills
good question.
game this past weekend,
Oh no, he wasn't good in that game.
man, when they ain't lose because of really Joe Burrow. I mean, the
So
first
that pick six didn't cost him the
the pick
win.
six, I give him the pick six, yeah. But also the dude was just at the right place at the right time.
That I think that's how interceptions work. I think that's literally how interceptions work.
Eh, well, either way, bro, Cincinnati not gonna make it now for sure to the playoffs. Four and
Oh, they
nine,
never were.
they
That's like
definitely
saying
will.
Miami gonna make it. It's not gonna happen.
No, Miami has a chance.
Okay.
Miami got a chance. They 6-7, just like Baltimore got a chance at 6-7. But Miami got a chance because Kansas City still got a chance, but they got to run the next 4 games. And I mean, there's no guarantee you're gonna get in though. But Miami got a chance, bro.
Nah, I don't. Miami don't have no chance, bro. Because what's the point? What's the point of them making the playoffs if he's still getting fired anyway? He getting fired at the end of the season. I wouldn't give a damn. I'm
Yeah.
not like you just made the playoffs, ruined their little draft capital for what?
Hey,
To
look.
prove that you good for another team?
And let me
Nobody
ask
want
you
my
this: with Kansas City most likely missing the playoffs, do you think?
nah. Nobody retiring. Only Travis Kelsey. Him and
You don't
Taylor
think?
Swift about to go have some.
They say Kelsey on
They
his last year too, so that's very possible.
Oh yeah, I can understand why he wants to like sit it out. And
Yeah,
besides, like he 35, don't nobody want to keep playing. Hopkins about to retire because he just wasted his last good year with the Ravens.
yeah. I
Like I
mean,
feel
when you
bad for him,
consider a
bro.
good year, I think Hopkins more of a possession receiver at this point.
Bro, but the point is though, he not even that. He just like a
He's not
he
even
not
a
even
decoy.
yeah, he that boy offers no threat. at this point.
Well, looking at the other side on NFC side, you got the Rams in first seed, Chicago at 7, Green Bay in the second seed. Wouldn't that be a matchup in the first round of wild cards? A third matchup between the two teams. That'd be crazy. 6th seed, San Fran, third Philly. That's gonna be pretty good too. It's gonna be tough in the NFC, bro. And then the 5th seed, Seattle, and 4th is Tampa Bay.
All
The
right.
NFC,
So tell me this: after the performance last night with Jalen Hurts, you think that the Eagles have a chance?
they got a chance, but it all depends on matchups, bro. And like I always say, I really don't trust Jalen Hurts. He's not not an elite quarterback. He's just a game manager that really can just run and big and physical.
But that you can say
But
the
I
same thing
mean,
about Josh Allen too.
nah, Josh Allen a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. But Jalen Hurts just had a better team last year, and he, you know what I'm saying, won it all. But it ain't his first time taking them to the Super Bowl either. So I mean, you gotta put respect on his name as well, because he do what he gotta do to get there. And
That
he
is
won.
true.
Honestly, I gotta say that Jalen Hurts the better quarterback right now in some way perspective, because he did what he had
Down
to
the spray
do,
bottle.
and he beat Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. Who better than what? Who you said better, Patrick Holmes?
No, I said I gotta say really Jalen Hurts is the better QB because he beat Patrick Mahomes, and what's the face didn't.
Well, right now, Josh Allen is the only one that's beat all of the elite quarterbacks this season. He the
Yeah.
only one.
Well, you think they can make it all the way? You think the Bills can make it all the way?
No, they defense is atrocious.
I'm looking at the way things lining up, bro. The Bills might actually fuck around and get first seed if they beat the Patriots and they take care of the rest of their games, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they win out, they gonna get the first seed, and they
And
need to buy more than anybody.
looking at the NFC side, bro, it really looked like the Rams gonna keep that first seed, though. Honestly,
Yeah,
uh,
'cause well, because Chicago, I can't say that they a fluke because they actually played the Packers pretty good. I give them that.
yeah, Chicago. I mean, Chicago a good team, but I feel like they inexperienced, especially with Caleb Williams. You know, I think that's you're gonna start to see
Well,
more.
they inexperienced with Ben Johnson.
Well, that too. And it's their first year. You know what I'm saying? New offense, young quarterback, everything looking new. Next year really will tell the tale, but we'll see how far they can get this year in the playoffs with what they're running. But next year they're gonna have tape on all his inconsistencies and his play and the play calling and all that kind of stuff. I mean, look at Washington. I kept saying Washington wasn't gonna be shit this year.
Well, I don't know. Washington, Jaden Daniels going down. It did stir up a lot of eyebrows, and I'm gonna tell you why. It stirred up a lot of eyebrows because number one, they got all them players, but they didn't get any offensive linemen. Like you got a franchise quarterback out here. You got to get an offensive lineman, man. And I don't know why these teams always think they can just tiptoe around that or feel like they don't need it because they got certain things in place. No. If you got a franchise quarterback, the first thing you need to be doing before you go out there and get skill position players is get an offensive lineman or get some linemen that'll actually help what you're trying to accomplish.
Well, I think they took this page out the book. Well, what we've been doing has already been successful. So, you know what I'm saying? We don't need to go get an offensive lineman. We just need to have some more weapons or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Based on last season.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
that's the issue though. That the
it
fact
all
they
came to
keep
bite
doing
them
that.
in the butt. Well, last question about NFL. Who do you think is the most dangerous team in the NFL right now?
Texans.
I said them Texans. Yeah, with the defense that we got, and even our offense not being the greatest, you know what I'm saying? It's good enough to do what we need to do to win games, and the improvements from the offensive line. The Texans could definitely go far especially if they be consistent each week and take care of the ball. And also another thing I said about the Texans, they actually have improved on not having that many penalties in the game.
Yes, I told you, D'Amico Ryan's actually correcting all of these dudes and put them on the right track.
Yeah. So I can't wait, bro. This week we got the Cardinals. We should beat them, but we can't never overlook no team in the NFL. And hopefully the Texans don't overlook them and they take care of business.
Hey, it's gonna be a lot of free agents come next season.
Yeah, for sure. There's going to be a lot of changes. But let's talk about the college football playoff real quick, man. Uh,
All right.
who did you feel that should have been out the playoffs?
Honestly, that shit is a joke to me too, man. Because the fact that Alabama and Miami made it and Notre Dame didn't, that just lets me know right there. That shit garbage.
I can agree to that. Alabama shouldn't be in because they lost 3 games and they got their ass whooped in the SEC championship, and then you leave out Texas, who beat a lot of top 10 teams at the end of the season.
That's
Uh,
that's that's true. But what one thing I am disappointed in is the fact that they let James Madison in and they let Tulane in. Or like I get why they did it. All hands down. I understand completely why they did it. Because you trying to include smaller teams, smaller schools into the playoff field. That way nobody can complain. But you including teams that don't really play Power 5 schools. So that's what we're
Yeah,
gonna
most
do,
definitely. I mean, yeah, you look at James Madison, they ain't really played nobody, you know.
bro. They
Even
finna
though
get
they had a
destroyed.
great record, they ain't really played nobody. Tulane, I feel like Tulane is the strongest team out of the group of 5, and they belong in there. But to put James Madison in over some other teams is crazy. But my complaint about them is really small. I think my biggest complaint is the fact that Alabama is in the playoff with 3 losses, and that's just
Well,
ridiculous to
look,
me.
they wasn't gonna take Alabama out too many years in a row.
Yeah,
That's what they
yeah,
wasn't gonna do. Because
yeah. There's that. But looking forward, I guess Notre Dame next time they'll be in because they made a decision to allow Notre Dame to manipulate the system and say, hey, if we're ever in the top 12 from now on, Notre Dame has to be into the tournament. So we won't have to worry about Notre Dame missing again as long as they're top 12 team. I want to say hats off to my Houston Cougars, making it 9-3, number 21 in the nation. They get into the Texas Bowl to play the LSU Tigers, so they get a
that's
early
actually gonna be a
start.
good matchup for them.
Should be, hopefully Houston take care of business. Surprisingly, ESPN say 67% chance is going to LSU beating us, and they got Houston favored though in Vegas by 1.5. So it's gonna
I just
be
put them on top
interesting.
of the top. So I'm trying to wait for this fire to go up. Now, don't get me wrong. I know LSU has had like a real up and down season. I get that wholeheartedly. And I know they got rid of Brian Kelly. They out here just riding on a wing and a prayer.
Hmm.
I get all of that. But I honestly don't believe that LSU will be the same. Even with Lane Kiffin as their new head coach. I
Now,
really don't.
if it was you, would you have left Ole Miss to go to LSU?
Yeah, you get more money.
I mean, yeah, you get more money, but
That's
what's
what it's
really
all about at the end of the day. It's about money. It's not about anything else. It's not about prestige. It's not about, oh, I'm finna take this team to the championship. They don't care about none of that.
I mean, yeah, but I guess the way I see it is that both teams in the SEC, they not that far apart, bro. One team on one side of Mississippi, the other team on the other side of Mississippi. And I'm already in the college football playoff with Ole Miss, so why not build this program? I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure Ole
and,
Miss
and
is
you
going
know
to
that's
come.
crazy to me that he even took that job, only because Lane Kiffin built so much in them 6 years with Ole Miss, and I feel like could it really be about money? Because Lane Kiffin is already rich.
Yeah,
So is it about money? What is what did Ole Miss do to you to make you feel as if like it wasn't, you know?
Yeah. And honestly, I'll say this also. Since Lane Kiffin had left and then like he pulled a lot of coaches from Ole Miss, they probably should have just took Ole Miss out the playoff.
Nah, they can't. They literally earn the right to be there. Now, who's coaching them? That's another story. But you want you can't disappoint the kid because at the end of the day, it's about the kids. It's not about the coaches. It's not about the
Kids,
boosters. Any of that. Them kids
kids are
worked hard to
really
get there to be there.
if he
You know
really
that.
if they really cared about the kids, the coaches and stuff, bro, he wouldn't just jet out on them at the end of the season and take the other job. I mean, I understand he took the
Yeah,
other
but
job.
you can't. But you trying to penalize those kids for his mistake.
I mean, shit, all these other colleges penalizing the kids. Look how many
Who?
schools. Look at how many schools this year have said they're not playing in a bowl game. Like it's a whole bunch of Big 12 teams that say they don't want to play in a bowl game. They declined to be in bowls, bro.
Well, number one, Notre Dame had every right to decline because that was just rude.
Well, it's not even just Notre Dame. You got Baylor. Well, they 5-7, but they still declined. Uh, K State, Iowa State. Like it's a whole bunch of schools declining to be in bowls. And so that proposes the question as what is the future of college bowls? Like, are teams really gonna
Well,
still keep playing in bowls or are they gonna force them to expand the playoff to be something bigger because teams not gonna want to be in bowls no more because everybody's just worried about being in the playoff at this point. And you let a 3
yeah.
team Alabama get in, that causes a lot of friction.
Oh, it causes a lot of friction, which and I totally understand because I'm not finna have my team set up for success, have them do all of that hard work, and then they gotta just play in the Pop Tart Bowl.
That's what I'm
What?
saying. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And then most of the players they really don't. I mean, they care, but they don't really care about bowl games. It's really about what kind of gifts they're gonna get when they, attend a bowl or whatever. But more so, only
Like, how
people
many
that
more gifts can these kids get, man? Come on, let's
know,
we need to stop that too.
because only people that's really getting something from it really is the institutions. They the ones that's gaining value for getting paid to have a team there
Yeah.
and advertisement and stuff like that.
Oh, you know what? Let me ask you this because I was talking to my wife's cousin, and we was talking about this. Do you truly believe that Indiana has a chance in the playoffs?
Indiana, yeah, I do. As
I
long
I I, I don't see it.
as
He said
long
because
as
he was telling me his best friend, he played for the Saints and but he played for Indiana. Like Indiana is good right now because of the financial support that they're receiving from everybody around. You know, because you don't really know how much these schools actually make until you actually think about all the people who graduated from there, all the people who give back. Because we only think about the schools that we've been powerhouses for years. Like you
yep,
go to Alabama for football, you go to LSU for football, you go to Ohio State, Michigan, USC, Oregon, Texas. Texas A&M. You go there for football. You don't go to Indiana for football. You might go there for like baseball or something or something that.
basketball,
Yeah, they are the Hoosiers. So yeah,
but
that's what.
as of the past year or 2 years, Indiana been on the up and come, especially with this NIL. They can pay players and get them to come to Indiana, and you get somebody like Fernando Mendoza, and you come
Who
in and
about to
make
be
a
that? Who
difference.
about to win the Heisman?
Yep, about to win the Heisman.
But
But
do you feel like he should be? Do you feel like he's number one draft pick material?
he looked pretty damn good to me, bro. But I've been saying I said this weeks and weeks ago. I had said he was my Heisman dark horse. Statistically, he looks the best. Seeing him, he looks like he plays the best. Looking at how he put the ball on the money, hitting the outside shoulder throws, stuff like that. I mean, he looked pretty damn good to me.
So you say he's the most. So you say he looks the most pro ready.
that I've seen so far. But I mean, I haven't dug real deep in there just to be making that disclaimer yet. But I mean, he looked pretty good, bro.
I don't know, man, because I don't see the Jets spending a first round pick on him.
Well, if he goes to the Jets, he's going to go there to die. His career is not going to work out.
Damn,
I mean, but,
damn.
but if he
I
goes,
think
nah, he need to go,
Aaron Glenn gonna turn that team around. It just won't be this season.
bro. It's the Jets, bro. I think the Jets is. I'd rather be a Browns fan than be a Jets fan.
Damn. I'd rather be a Jets fan because at least they didn't have some success recently.
Shit, what you call recent?
It's been less than it's been less than 5 years.
Well, that's the case. The Cleveland had recent success too. They was just in the playoffs.
When that
When
was
we whooped,
20, that was like 2018. That was like 7 years ago.
bro, we just whooped their ass in the playoffs 2 years ago.
Oh, that's right with Joe Flacco. You sure right. I forgot all
Yeah,
about that. See, that's how you know. That's why I don't never pay to be a Browns fan. You don't know. You don't be knowing what they do.
shit. The Jets can't say the same shit.
Yeah, buddy. Now with Zach Wilson and
But he
uh,
maybe if he get drafted by the Raiders, I think his what I'm saying his career might
nah,
really take off.
because Pete Carroll need to go ahead and hang it up too. That was a bad decision.
Now you I mean you got a point on Pete Carroll, but I think his success in Vegas will be a lot better, bro, than New York.
Vegas finna trade for Shador.
Nah, Shador ain't going nowhere.
Shit.
That's just
They love Dylan Gabriel out there.
they might, but Shador is the number one quarterback, and they have already announced it. So
That's just for the end of the season. They know he not winning no more games.
he might not.
The only thing that's good for this season is Myles Garrett is gonna break the sack record. That's
Hey,
it.
Miles Garrett is a special player, bro. He really is.
And Myles Garrett not gonna be there next year either. They need to figure that out too.
Hey, well, if it's up to my dad, he'll be a Dallas Cowboy.
Hey, I wouldn't be mad at that, honestly. I really wouldn't. Because that's still a that's a good matchup. And then you got Quinn Williams, you got Miles Garrett, because either way it go. The only thing about it, I don't think the Cowboys have any more trade capital.
I don't know what they got, but they do need some pass rushing, that's for sure. And
Oh yeah.
they need another DB too. But
Man, they got you don't like Bland?
man, he
You
all
don't like
right,
Diggs?
bro. But what? Tavon Diggs ain't doing shit.
And
He can't
Diggs just
stay
ain't getting
healthy.
opportunities, man.
He can't stay healthy, man. But anyways, uh, what you think about the Rockets, bro?
Hey, that point guard situation is killing us right now. That's why we lost to the Jazz. And then it's like we're good, but our defense is like it's just not there.
Yeah, I really can't wait until Tari Eason and Dorian Finney-Smith come back, bro.
Yeah,
Then
we
we'll
because
really
we need some defensive help.
and then we'll really be able to see what this Rockets team is going to do. But I mean, I like the strides that Reed Shepard been making. He's been looking pretty damn good. I mean, he got to build his consistency, but he's been looking pretty good.
Hey, look, until we get that point guard situation handled, we always gonna be struggling like that. And I'm not saying we got to get somebody flashy. We need somebody who's gonna be a true point guard. So I'm not talking about Ja Moran. I'm not talking about Trey Young. No, I'm not talking about none of them.
Sound like you talking about CP3.
No, he needs to stay. You see, OKC tried to pick him up and he declined.
Yeah,
He want to hang it up, bro. He's
okay,
not. He said he's not ring chasing like that because he turned down a guaranteed ring in OKC.
man, and
He literally turned away a championship ring. He said, "Don't worry about it." But he knew he wasn't getting no PT either. He knew that shit. He knew
so
he knew he wasn't getting none.
so currently the Rockets is fourth seed in the NBA, bro. We got Denver and the Lakers and OKC ahead of us. Do you think we still gonna land in the top three or what's up?
Yeah, because we don't. Because let me tell you something. LeBron about to run out of gas.
LeBron has been looking shaky, that's for sure.
LeBron about to run out of gas.
We lost
Denver,
to Denver.
Denver's still gonna be good with or without Aaron Gordon. As long as they don't lose Jokic or they don't lose Murray, they good. The team I'm really worried about is what the Timberwolves about to do.
The Timberwolves 6 seed
Oh,
right now. I feel like we could beat the Timberwolves though.
yeah,
The looking like so far like at the teams that we played, bro. The Spurs is a problem.
yeah.
We haven't even played the Spurs with De'Aaron Fox yet and Wemby together. So I say the Spurs is a problem.
Hey, but you know what? I like the rookie that they got too. Ron Harper's son, Dylan. Yeah, he gonna be a beast.
Man, Spurs got a little squad, bro. They've been building for
Yeah,
years.
and then
Uh,
Pop stepped down at the right time too.
and that Castle dude too, he pretty good too.
Oh, Stephon Castle, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they got some nice talent over there to be worried about. So Spurs, Denver, I mean,
I,
they took us there. The only problem I see with
hey,
Denver is
pass me the
that
wasp spray.
uh Alperin is
Give
too
me the roast
small for
spray. Let's
Jokic.
go. Hey, look, right now, I hate to say this because even though we lost to the Mavericks too, right now I feel like we only the second best team in Texas, basketball wise, and we should be the first. But our
Yeah,
point guard play and our lack of defense is killing us.
yeah. Mostly the point guard play. Uh, I don't know, bro. I think the Rockets gonna have to make a trade. I've been saying that we're now what 21 games in. I mean, I would people usually say give them about 25 games, but looking at where we are right now to win a championship, we definitely gonna have to make that trade, bro, to get a true point guard like we were saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who we give up. I probably say Tari Eason still though. Yeah, Eason ain't signed a new deal with the Rockets and stuff, so I feel like that's a
Uh,
lucrative trade. So I probably trade him and somebody else, man, and get us a point guard, bro. Because
yeah,
when you look at OKC 23-1, I just don't see the Rockets beating them, even though we pushed them in the first game of the season.
but
You
yeah,
know,
that's the first game of the season. You know,
yeah,
teams have time to develop, readjust, and all kind of shit. So it's like, now it's gonna change up shit.
yeah. And with that being said, with a healthy Rockets team with Dorian Finney-Smith, Tari Eason, if we don't make no trades or whatever the case may be, full Rocket squad, do you think we could beat OKC in 7 games?
Well, we gotta have a full squad, but the only thing about it though, everybody got to be on too. Like you already know who. Like they can always go like the Chet, and they'll be good.
Yeah,
Not even tripping on that. Or they can go to, but SGA, you can't really slow down SGA. You got to stop everybody else from getting into it. And then you already know if Dort have a good game, both Williams have a good game, you screwed.
yeah,
So it's just a matter of just like paying attention and just making sure everything is good.
yeah. I
And
guess
I, and I feel like we will get to that point. It's just the fact that right now it's just a little bit harder because we don't have anybody that's like just managing like the tempo of the game and things like that. And so
yeah,
basically they just relying on the coach because at the end of the day, they finally realize, hey, look, KD is good. KD not trying to be KD just trying to get them points and go about his motherfucking business.
yeah.
That's
All
not what
right.
he here
So
for.
look, with the state of the squad, how far do you think we get in the playoffs?
How far?
Yeah,
I probably say we're gonna go to game 7 of the second round.
game 7, second round.
Yeah. And I feel like the only team that's gonna really knock us out is either OKC or Denver. And that's only because they have a better depth chart.
Okay. All right.
Everything good.
We're gonna see. Still early, you know what I'm saying? Still a lot of games to be played, but that's the Rockets update. But other than that, it's a wrap on the episode, bro.
All right, man. It was a pleasure.